In the bustling city of Montgomery, there lived a remarkable woman named Rosa Parks. Rosa was known for her strong-willed nature and her firm belief in equality. One fateful day, as she stepped onto the bus for her regular ride home, little did she know that this ordinary commute would turn into an extraordinary adventure. As Rosa took her seat, the bus began to fill up quickly. She noticed that all the seats reserved for white passengers were taken, and the driver, who seemed to be in a bad mood, was eyeing the remaining few seats with dissatisfaction. Rosa was aware of the unfair segregation laws that govern public transportation, but on this particular day, she had decided she wouldn't stand for it, quite literally. With a mischievous glint in her eye, Rosa hatched a plan. As more passengers boarded the bus, Rosa pretended to be completely engrossed in her book, even though she knew very well what was happening around her. The driver was now growing increasingly agitated as he saw that no one was giving up their seat for the white passengers. "Hey you, lady," the driver called out, pointing a finger at Rosa. "Get up and give your seat to that gentleman." Rosa looked up from her book with an innocent smile and replied, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir, but I have terrible eyesight, and I can't see a thing without my glasses. I had no idea someone was standing there." The other passengers stifled their laughter as Rosa skillfully played her role. The driver grumbled and moved on to the next person, demanding they give up their seat. However, Rosa's refusal to move soon reached its limit, and the driver called for the help of a police officer. The officer approached Rosa, his stern expression met with her unwavering determination. "Ma'am, you need to vacate your seat immediately." Rosa put on a theatrically puzzled expression, cupping a hand around her ear. "I'm sorry, officer, but I can't hear you very well. You'll have to speak up." The bus erupted in laughter, and even the officer couldn't help but crack a smile. But he was determined to enforce the law. "Ma'am, you are breaking the law, and I must insist you stand up." In response, Rosa raised her hands in the air and exclaimed, "Oh dear, it's happening again. I have this condition where my arms won't listen to me sometimes. They just won't let me stand up." The absurdity of the situation left the passengers doubled over with laughter, and the officer was torn between enforcing the law and acknowledging Rosa's humor. In the end, he couldn't help but chuckle and said, "Well played, ma'am, but you still need to leave the seat." The standoff continued, and Rosa's antics became increasingly inventive. She claimed to have bustrophobia, a fear of standing in moving vehicles, and legnesia, a condition where her legs forgot how to function. Rosa's wit and determination were inspiring the whole bus, and even some of the white passengers were now voicing their support. Finally, after much laughter and negotiations, the bus driver gave in to the pressure from the amused passengers and allowed Rosa to keep her seat. It was a small victory, but it marked the beginning of a significant movement that would change the course of history. Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her seat sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, a powerful protest against segregation, and it played a crucial role in the civil rights movement. But this funny incident taught everyone a valuable lesson too. The moral of the story is that humor, creativity, and determination can be powerful weapons against injustice. Rosa Parks showed that sometimes, confronting a serious issue with a touch of humor can disarm opposition and rally support for a just cause. Her story reminds us that even in the face of adversity, a little laughter and cleverness can go a long way in making a difference. And so, the legend of Rosa Parks and her hilarious bus ride lives on, inspiring generations to come to stand up or sit down for what they believe in, armed with the unyielding power of wit and courage.
Thank you for listening. For more stories like this, please consider subscribing.